We're just about live. Oh, caught me. I didn't get that done before I went live here. Okay, folks. I might be a minute or two late. Got a couple people walked in at the last second and trying to get it done. And the guys are needed the gate open for patching the entrance. We're going around patching all the little holes in the asphalt, making it smoother and all that. So, well, excuse me. Welcome to the Ancient Oaks Managers Question and Answer session for Friday, February 25th. And all questions are welcome. And if I can't answer them today, I'll answer them when I get a chance. The comments that I see here today during the live, I'll try to answer. If you don't, let's see, if you're not watching it live and you have a question, please send it to my email. The comments not likely to see in the comments after I finish the live. That's just Facebook still doesn't have a good interface. They had originally a nice interface. I could check all the comments and that, but now they've kind of made it a complicated pages to look at and find, and they call it Creator Studio, and it just kind of a mess. So easiest way, manager@aoaks.net to get a hold of me if you don't ask the questions during the live broadcast. I see we have 4 people so far, and welcome. Uh, Not many things to go over again. I might touch bases on some that I did last week. I'll wait for a few more to come on. Just remember, down at the dumpster and compactor and cardboard recycle and paper recycle, read the signs, put stuff in properly. In fact, that's one reason why I was late in here. I was being told in the cardboard recycle, somebody threw a bag of stuff in there that doesn't belong in there. Not only does reading the signs apply here, like I said, even before I said, there was a time or two that I stopped somewhere and I didn't catch the sign. I asked about it and I said, well, the sign's on the door. So it just helps to look for signs at whatever you're doing and make sure you understand that, but especially down by our dumpster, compactor, cardboard recycle, and paper recycle. The paper recycle, don't put anything else in there besides paper. You can put magazines, no phone books, because the phone books have already been using recycled paper. And on recycling, I learned this when I was in the procurement. The job I had to procure cardboard packaging for service parts for the automotive industry. And as the original time through, when they make the pulp, you can have long fibers. But after it's recycling, in the recycling process, the fibers are cut down, and eventually the fibers are too short to make anything out of and for it to hold together. So please keep that in mind. And then, like I said, the paper recycling, don't put any plastic in there. Don't bag any thing up to put into there. It is supposed to be white paper, other paper. Uh, but they do not want shredded paper, even shredded white paper. That is the plan. Let's see. We have a person that this is. Can we eliminate bottle recycling? That is the plan for the moment because we are paying for the cardboard and um, plastic recycling bin. We pay $356 some dollars a month for the privilege of doing that, and it's just not worth it when we in the long run. There is recycling in town that you can take. It's off of is it off of 9th Street? The county has at their county yard that they have there where they keep their tractors and stuff. they have big recycling bins, and it's separated out, and you can take recycling up there to keep recycling. And we have, okay, hi Sig, and then we have Nancy. Hi Nancy, and the question from Diane, and then we got Barb on here. Back to you. Hi, back to you. So that was that. Read the signs. Uh, we have a lot of people wanting to do stuff on the outside of their units and around their units. I pretty much have gotten all caught up on the site modifications from got in a lot at once, and then also when I was off with COVID, I couldn't go around and look at stuff. But now, and I got around and have talked to everyone, and they are caught up. Please, if you put a site mod in and you need the copy, Kathy's got the copy there up at the desk, and come get that site mod to keep for your records. That's a copy for you, and be able to show the either the paver guy or the contractor that you have got the site modification and I signed off on it. So do remember to do that. I'll remind everybody again, uh, keep in mind whatever you do outside, your plants, your decorations, uh, whatever you do, make sure that you're able to put them away for the summer when you leave. For those that are the snowbirds or the seasonal residents, remember to keep that in mind so that it's easier for you to put away. And so when you buy stuff uh, that you may want to decorate with, that you don't create a lot of work for yourself when you leave, and don't create any extra work for us. If all of a sudden we get a warning that there's a hurricane coming, we only have to get the important stuff ready. We don't have to go around looking for people that haven't put stuff away or something that the wind may pick up, excuse me, and carry away. So keep that, and then also, especially your golf carts. If you're leaving your golf carts here, make sure they're properly taken care of, and you have a way to make sure that um, they're also safe from people being able to get in here uh, and relieve you of that. So do whatever you can. Disconnect the batteries. That's a good idea anyway for over the summer, unless you have somebody charging it for you. And to disconnect the batteries so they do not drain. That would that would make somebody take extra time trying to figure out what to do there. Especially like if you disconnected the batteries and you took a couple of the battery cables and put them in your house, nobody's going to be able to drive away with it without some work, and then the neighbors would probably see that and hear that. So that's kind of a thing to keep in mind. Your preparations for summer. Also, encourage, not more than encourage everybody, but we want everybody to make your when making your preparations when you're gone, that there is somebody that's going to either keep an eye on your place for weeds or take care of the weeds, and also if it needs pressure washed while you're away. We're trying to keep the place looking spiffy and nice year round, and please help us in that regard. Uh, as we told you last week, the dog wash is in operation. Excuse me, having a cough all day, and there I am. Yes, Lisa, I'll do that in a moment. And I'll highlight that. Let me take a drink here. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me, I'll go ahead and get a cough drop. Maybe because I'm talking so much in a row, that's why I'm having a little bit of a coughing. Okay. The dog wash is down there at the rear bathhouse. We call it bathhouse number 5. We call it the car wash bathhouse because there's a car washing station there, and now there is a dog wash station on the back side. If you have any additional suggestions for the dog wash uh, that we can make it better, go ahead and send it to me at manger@aoaks.net or write up some kind of note and get it turned to me. All right, well, let's go to what Lisa said here. Uh, Bike riders and golf carts. Remember, if you're riding or driving your golf carts, you are a vehicle. You're supposed to follow the one-way signs and also the stop signs. That's all stop signs. And that also goes for people driving cars coming in at the gate. There is a stop sign there. And even if you're following somebody else, they open the gate and you're following through it, you don't have to hit your button again. But as you come up to the stop sign, the gate will stay open. That's what the magnetic pickup is there for, so it doesn't come down on you. But please obey those stop signs. And I forgot to turn my phone off. And it's Chris, and he's going to have to get back with me. Hopefully, it's not an emergency. Anyway, stop signs, and then along with that, I got a note: bicycles, and even people walking at night. Please have a light. Lights should be on your golf carts. I know the lights don't work on my golf cart, but I'm rarely in here at night. And if I am in here at night, I have flashlights that I use to indicate that I am driving my golf cart. I need to get that fixed and I plan on it. But if you're driving your golf cart in here and you live in here, remember to have lights on it, obey the stop signs, obey the speed limit, and sometimes even 15 mile an hour is fast if there's people around or there's any amount of traffic, especially up here by the office. So please remember that. Okay. Um, Something that we may look into, those people that, if you have guests, I think it's mainly guests. I don't think too many of our full time residents vape. A lot of almost to the, how you say, every place does consider vaping the same as smoking. So, what areas where there's no smoking, please consider it as also there's no vaping. Even though you don't have cigarette butts and the exhaust, as you call it, from the vape isn't as bad as cigarette smoke, it still is something that other people do not want to breathe. So, please consider vaping the same as smoking. And so, all those same rules apply to that. Golf carts with lights, no lights. Okay, that's on that. Also, this is something that Kathy, uh, we've had to make a little bit of changes with the post office stuff. As you know, in the last few years, it went from we had 3 or 4 packages, maybe a day, come into the office at the most. Maybe it used to be only 3 or 4 packages a week. Now we get upwards to 40 some packages a day at the office. And we were using green slips that they would put in your box to indicate you had a package in the office. Well, they got so harried back there, the postal people, they weren't getting them in the correct boxes. So you'd get a green slip and not have one, and you wouldn't get a green slip and you did have a package. So we're just saying we had to eliminate that because it wasn't helping anymore. In fact, it was hindering the process. So no more green slips in your mailboxes. Just come to the office when you, especially if you're expecting a package. But even then, you may have a relative send you a package on the holidays, your birthdays, or whatever. Relatives, family, friends, and come to the office and just check on that your package is. You may have a package here. They are in alphabetical order on the racks, and we have several packages that people haven't picked up, so they've been in here a while. So if you're in the park, please try to make it up here during the daytime to the office to pick up your package. And if you are not able to get here during the office hours, um, we can, on occasion, we don't want to make a habit out of it, but we can have an employee or somebody take it to you and put it on your porch. But try to get to the office and get that. And along with that, if you haven't been to your post office box in a long time, and in our 2 little spots that are right here behind me, please come with there. The postal people say the mail carriers are saying that there are several boxes that are kind of full with whatever. Probably part of it is what as their adverts and flyers that they do hand out. So please come up and make sure your rear box is cleared, and then if there's any packages for you in the office. There is one other thing that we're gonna add to the office up here when it comes to payment time. To see January and April, so that's, well, we're a month away, a little, just about 1 month away. When you're making your payment, which will be, if you're making your quarterly payment, be $520. If you're making your yearly payment, it'll be 2,080. If you don't need a receipt, we're going to have a box, especially if times there is several people in the office and you don't want to have to carry around. There will be a box. It's marked and it's up on the wall by the window for the receptionist, Kathy. And you can drop it in there. So it is locked, so that nobody's, only the office staff has the key. So you can drop your payment in there. If you don't need a receipt, your check will be your receipt, and that will save having to wait in the office. Once again, allow people to keep your distance and not be that close quarters. So that, once again, if you don't need a receipt and you just want to drop off your check, there's a box in the office to do that. Don't drop it in the out. Well, it's up to you. If you want to drop it in the outside mail slot after hours, that is fine if you want to do that. But if you want to come to the office and make sure it gets in that, a little more secure in that drop box that is actually inside the office. Let's see if I got everything on that. My drop boxes. Pick up your packages. Pick up your mail. And yeah. Okay. I didn't get a picture posted yet, but Chris, I took a picture of it. Chris did put up some privacy lattice down at the pool and spa equipment room, so that it's not as visible, near as visible from the pool area to the seeing all our equipment in the spa room there. I think it looks really nice, and you'll appreciate that. We are continually trying to keep our eyes open for things that we can do to improve this park, keep it looking nice without spending a lot of money. We've been fortunate in being able to do that. We've been under budget and looking good for next year. And speaking of the budget, uh, we should have it ready next week. Uh, Once again, it's not printed yet, but it will be printed very soon. And we're working on that and going to get it out. Uh, right now, our plan for a budget meeting is penciled in the 25th of March. So we got, a little bit of time yet to get it out. But if you're here and you'll be here, to save us spending a buck whatever on postage, let us know to hold your envelope instead of mailing it. Call the office, stop in the office, get on a list to hold your budget, that we will hand it to you, or you can pick up the envelope rather than us spending postage on mailing it out. We want to mail it out in plenty of time for people to see, and I think everybody will be happy with what's going to happen with the budget for this year. But as recent world events is showing us, um, with the inflation being already pegged up, and we don't know what's the results of this problem over in Ukraine. Ukraine. Now I can't, probably won't be able to pronounce your cane. No, not going to get it. Anyway, Russia and the country that they're uh, quote invading. So that is going to, the current administration has warned us it may cost us, and so we'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't cost us all very much, but it makes things less predictable for the next year after quite a few years of having some low inflation and low energy cost. Okay, I'm not seeing a couple questions, and I think I answered them. And we have 22 people on here live that I can see. That is on the Facebook side. I don't see what's happening on the YouTube side, but I think it puts stuff through that if you comment in the YouTube area, I think StreamYard brings it to me in this one. I can see the comments. Lisa Edwards said, "Thank you. You're welcome, Lisa." And do we have anything else that anybody needs a question answered? Some something that may not have touched on. Many, as I was saying about the workers doing stuff, this is also the time of the year that we encourage our workers to use up their vacation time. So if they're not here, if it looks like we're short staffed, because the grass isn't growing, we don't have as much to do right now. So they are doing other projects. That is one of the things that we are lucky on. I guess you could say lucky on, but all our help is versed in all many different areas that if they when they came to work here, they didn't know about it. They have learned about it. We teach them, and then they can do many different projects and do many different things: plumbing, light, electrical. Uh, as we're doing repair and patching the streets, and so we keep them busy that way. When well, it's not keeping them busy. They are busy that way, and doing a lot of the little improvements that we try to that sometimes during the summer when the grass just about jumps out of the ground and we're trying to keep up with that we don't have as much of an opportunity to do, and they are spend their days in the 105 index heat just trying to keep up with the grass. So, but if you see us being a little short, we do encourage them to take the vacation time. And most everybody here's the majority of our employees have been here over 10 years. In fact, the only ones that haven't been here 10 years um, on the outside staff is the Chris and Adam. Francisco, Pedro, Carmen, and Juan. Oh, I guess Graciela. She hasn't been here 10 years yet. And Kathy hasn't been here that long yet. Neither has Tammy yet, but they've got quite a few years on them here. So, okay, we have Barb that asked a question. I believe that the painting of the area is on hold for the moment because there's still some questions about that. So they haven't decided to paint around the pool area yet. It's been hold. We are ordering some new chairs. The social committee is for around the pool deck area. I think we got 20 new chairs that'll be coming between lounge and other chairs. Even if when we have them here, do remember that they have to be should be distance out. Still should be cognizant of the CDC suggestions about how close you are to other people. And I guess one thing that I've mentioned before, mentioned again about the pool area. Yes, okay, we answered that. Um, Enjoy the pool, enjoy the sunshine, and the lounge chairs are there for sunbathing and whatnot. But please go swimming first, rinse off, and then go swimming first, uh, so that we don't take anything in the pool. And if you do put suntan lotion on, especially if you put an oily suntan lotion on, please do not go back into the pool till you've gotten that rinsed off your body. That puts that floats in the pool, clogs up our filters, causes extra maintenance, and is just unsafe and unhealthy for everyone else. So if you're in the pool sunbathing and you want to put that oil on, that is fine. Just don't get back in the pool with that oil on. Been asked about that before. Okay, and we've gone 20 some minutes. I think I started really close to on time. Like I said, I had a couple questions just before the meeting. I May change up my time. It's this time seems to be it works good for me, but a lot of people are doing stuff around noon. I am thinking about moving it to 3 o'clock on Fridays. Uh, so we may do that next week. Make it 3 o'clock. Maybe there will be a few more people around and a few more people to get in on that. I guess send me a note, put it in the comments or whatever if 3 o'clock works or doesn't work for you. 21 people, okay. Um, oh, I guess I'll mention uh, longtime resident Dwight Rich passed away last week. I don't have the exact date, but just recently he passed away. I did put it on the Facebook page, and that's there. I don't know about anybody else. Okay, I think I've gotten all my notifications. Once again, I want to thank everybody for what they do to make this place, Ancient Oaks, a nice place to stay, visit, live here full time, and be introduce yourself to your neighbors. Best way for people to be friendly and that is actually to know each other. It's makes it easier for, like I said, be friendly and people and that. So introduce yourself to your neighbors. We are going through many new people have been moved in, and still, I know at least this week we had at least possible 5 sales happen this week, and then also a couple other houses are under contract. So things are moving, still moving, and new people, a little bit of a turnover. So and because we have a bunch of friendly folk, and it just makes it nice for everyone uh, to introduce yourself, get to know your neighbors, be friendly, be at the activities. I try to get the many know as many people as I can. Um, but my memory is short. We had a question. That one, no. That house on the canal has gotten to be a real stinker. The process of it, we did end up we foreclosed on it. Then the folks that had the mortgage against it foreclosed on us, wanted to foreclose on us. We thought we had a way we could move it, be happy for both folks, but they did not. Uh, they agreed to the conditions, I guess, that we wanted to sell it, but then any offer that came along, they rejected. So at this point, we just told them uh, end it. So it gets back on our books that we can pay, somebody will start paying the maintenance, but even that hasn't happened yet. So it's it's and there is a note on the door that on March 24th it goes up for tax sale, back taxes on it, and there's just not much that we can do about that, and because if we pay the taxes on it and but aren't able to come to agreement with the people with the lien against us, the money's lost. So there's no sense in us paying the taxes, and we don't have a fund to do that unless we do it through the legal means. But it just doesn't, as I see it, and I don't think the board has disagreed with me on this. Doesn't make sense for us to pay taxes on it and lose that money, even more money that we haven't come in. So it's already been too much of a boondoggle for us anyway. So that's that's where that stands. It doesn't stand anywhere. It's in limbo. And that I did hear that the only other property in here that was in foreclosure uh, has got bought at foreclosure sale, those it is under contract to be bought, so we'll see how that goes. That's the one up here on block one. All right. Hope I answered that question. And that we did at the last board meeting have some violations we handed out. Most people are trying to comply, and we appreciate that. A few people, uh, I like being able just to talk to somebody and explain the rules to them, and then they understand and it gets taken care of. But we do have had a few people that have not complied all the way, so that's gone to that. Um, so don't like doing it that way. I'd rather not, but do remember that that is one of the processes of the park, the condominium, and the rules are here to protect the community, to protect you, and also to protect your property value. So that's why there are so many rules and regulations that have to be followed in a community like this. So, with that being said, I think I've said enough for the day, and everybody take care. We love you all, and just just live long and prosper, stay healthy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Talk to you all later.